Because this black girl has something to say, why did I just get a call? I'm in my car, my studio, I should say, recording my podcast because I lost track of the day. But it's been an interesting week nonetheless, and I'm just glad to be to the weekend. But I just got a call from a job, and a very unpromising call, because she wanted to know what is my experience while telling me what my experience is on my resume. And then she said, I noticed you applied to our grants management position. And I said, yes, I've done some grant management, federal grant management, as well as state grant management. And so I go on to ask her, I say, hey, where'd you get my resume from? And she's like, Indeed. I said, oh, well, unfortunately, I had to delete my Indeed account due to almost being a victim of identity theft. And she was like, oh, that almost happened to me too. But like, let's get back to the original purpose for your call. So I was like, oh, yes, well, this is what I did as far as grant management is concerned. And she gave me the name of the place, and I looked at the job. And while I'm looking at the job description, I say, yes, I'm telling her the things that I know how to do based on the job description. And she tells me, well, we're not really looking for a grant manager. We're really looking for a grant writer. And I said, well, I can do that too. And so she's like, well, we're a nonprofit. And based on your experience, I don't think we can, probably meet the income, qualifications that you may want based on your, background. And I was like, well, I've worked with nonprofits too. So um, what is the income budget for this position? And she's like, yeah, we're not really like disclosing that until we get like into the interview process. And she kept me on the phone for the better part of, let me just check, 10 minutes. So it was a 10-minute call of her pretty much explaining to me that they don't have any positions for my background based on my resume, and that, if I see any positions, to just apply because maybe I would qualify better for those. And so I started naming some positions, because what she didn't know is I was already on the website. And she's like, oh, to be honest with you, with your background. So, ma'am, did you call me to see if I want a job here or no? Do y'all need people or no? Because I'm telling you, I would like to work. What, like, I don't think when people give people advice who are deep in the trenches of the job hunt, y'all talk about the dating pool sucks. No, baby, the job hunt market sucks. And I don't want to say like the job market sucks, because I know that there's a job out there for me. And as somebody who hasn't worked full time since 2017, due to the fact that I've been a business owner and now that business is slow, I need to fall back on these degrees to get a job. I'm still leaning on the fact that I'm still an entrepreneur. So I created a class called Racial Disparities in Healthcare, which did really well. And so that led me to class number 2, which is Healthcare is Politics. These are courses that I've taught as a professor. So when we're talking about the job market, it is not the job market. It is that there's people in these places who are put in place to hire people. I don't think these organizations know that these people aren't really hiring the people who are applying. There's no organizational alignment. And having a doctorate in health science means that I have solutions to problems. And the solution would have been as simple as her to not call me. That's what we need to talk about. Why would you call me and spend 10 minutes on the phone with me discussing the fact that I would not be a good fit for this place? Because y'all didn't put the job descriptions. None of their job descriptions align with what she's telling me they need somebody to do for the job. Why? And this video is getting long, so I'm gonna go live on YouTube to talk more about this, because this is something that really needs to be discussed.